for this week, and the stakes are understood, right? This Chiefs team, they continue to hang history, and the question really is, what could derail them from becoming the first team ever? Look, history says it's hard to do because no one's ever done it. And there's a million different things that get in your way. It's hard just to get back to this Super Bowl. In fact, it hasn't happened that often. There have been 3 teams that missed the playoffs. There are a couple that lost in the divisional round. There are still 3 more who lost in the conference championship. And so in terms of what could derail this, I suppose history says there are a lot of different things.
Sure.
RC, is there something that jumps out at you and goes, you know, if there's something that concerns me about this Chiefs team right now, it's this? Anything?
Well, I mean, the first thing is the offensive line struggles that we saw early on in the season, but we listened to Jason, and you think about some of those adjustments, like moving Joe Thuney to the left tackle position. It was because they were expected that could be something that could derail their opportunities to get a three-peat. But when you look at Patrick Mahomes, you think about Andy Reid. I love the fact that they focused on one game at a time. They focused on 1 week as it comes. The other part of that is, and I know this may sound silly, it could be that the fact that the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills are also both in this conference, and they have great quarterbacks respectively on both of those teams. But when I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, I think about them. It's about their execution. It's about Patrick Mahomes protecting the ball, and Steve Spagnuolo continuing to be one of the greatest big-game defensive coordinators in football. If there's anything that can hold them back, it would be them making mistakes more so than other teams.
Marcus, you made a great point earlier. Their best players are great when the greatness is required. That doesn't always happen.
No.
It does with this team.
It does with this team. Look, the other answer to that, and RC made the best point, you got to beat the Chiefs.
Yes.
Like, it's not going to be some, you know, we just going to hold on until the end of the game and hopefully we'll make the play. They going to make the play. That's my point, Kirk. They going to make the play that you need to make in order to win a football game. So I think, look, the playoffs are the playoffs for a reason. And I talk about the 3 hours and how you perform and how you execute. But when you get into these 4 quarters and you have an opportunity to win it, you better make the play. You better not have a penalty or a misstep or offsides or anything like that. You got to execute.
And to that point, Kirk, you explained earlier about going up against them early in the year and the challenges of going up against Spags. If you're Houston and you're trying to attack it, where are you probing to find a soft spot or a weakness?
Well, if I know one thing about Steve Spagnuolo, he's going to bring pressure. So one of the ways to regulate that pressure is to get into 21 personnel and kind of settle things down and bring the fullback into the game. So we came up with a few clips here showing Houston last time against the Chiefs in 21 personnel. Bobby Sloan, one of the coordinators that will use the fullback, they put him in some unique locations. So here he's the point man in the bunch, and it's going to bring some simple 3-deep 4-under coverage with match coverage on Nico Collins. Stroud's going to look right, work right to about a 10-yard out with good separation. Nothing fancy there, just simple 3-deep 4-under coverage. You're not seeing any pressure. Here they line the fullback up to the top of the screen. That's Andrew Beck. They motion the halfback out on empty, creating some consternation with the linebackers. Nick Bolton's talking, saying, hey, are you pressuring? Am I pressuring? Drew Tranquill says, I'll go out and cover Tank Dell, the receiver. He's now a bit of a fish out of water. Drew Tranquill's a good cover linebacker, but it's still a receiver on a linebacker. Advantage Texans. Then we move to bringing Andrew Beck out to bring him back down to get a man zone tell. Now Spags says, all right, I haven't pressured. I'm going to pressure 21 personnel. Number 6 in the post, Brian Cook has the tight end. They bring Andrew Beck over to protect. Stroud can move the pocket. There is no